Hello, everyone. I am Laura Canelo Cohen, and I am the founder of SonMeister, a company that is developing a phone application for musicians. Last year, as we all know, the entire world went online, and it was not different for musicians. We started doing all concerts online, and also we started doing all music lessons online. If any of you happen to be taking music lessons, or your children are taking music lessons, you will have noticed that. And well, this was great because it allowed us to connect with people on the other side of the globe, and it allowed us to continue to be productive. It brought some limitations because the current platforms that we use for video conferencing are designed to process our speaking voices. They're not designed to process the small nuances and the small details that come from musical instruments and that are key for musical instruction. So to further clarify that, it is like all the sound that we're getting from current platforms can be compared to the picture on the left, where there's not full resolution. So we're simply not getting a full picture of the sound through and that is a problem because what separates the beginner student from the intermediate student from the advanced student is exactly that, those small nuances in sound. So all teachers are developing a lot of frustration, and students' progress is being slowed down in the music lessons. How musicians are responding to this? 90% of teachers are simply not addressing the problem. They're putting sound aspects on hold. 8% are asking their students to record themselves, but this is a lengthy process because it takes a lot of exchanging the recording, and then when they meet again, they still can't hear each other. And also it takes away the live aspect of the lesson. And then 2%, only 2% is using external mics, but this is a costly solution because they start at $150. So with SonMeister, you will be able to see what your ears are missing. The solution that we are offering is an application that gives you a detailed picture of sound, a graph of sound, so you can help your ears. With this application, you will be able to see all the fine lines, every little hair, every color, every little stripe. And what does that mean for sound? That means for sound that you will be able to see loudness or softness. You will be able to see different articulation. You will be able to see even sound resonance, undesirable noise, vibrato, everything. And on top of that, you will have a visual objective way to track the student's progress over time, and a lesson planning feature so student and teacher can set and accomplish goals easily. The cost of the app will be between $5 and $10, so much better, more affordable option than the external mics. And my market size is approximately 3 million. I am focusing a lot on band directors because band directors are particularly interested on using apps for instructions. And there are approximately 50,000 bands in only high school without counting middle schools or university bands. And each one of these bands has 60 students, so approximately 3 million. What makes SonMeister different is that there is no other music app in the market that offers a real-time, in-detail picture of sound. With SonMeister, you can pinpoint the problems of the student so that the teacher can be more efficient in the class, in the lesson. The student then can have a better time practicing and will accelerate their improvement. And then the parents are also going to get what they're paying for. My team is currently incomplete. I'm gathering all of the design requirements and going through my customer discovery. And once I am done with that phase, I will move on to incorporate computer science engineer and marketing specialist. Thank you very much. I will welcome any questions you may have.
Any questions?
Hello, Laura.
Hello.
Hi, this is David. I think we worked together briefly a while.
Yes.
I'm so glad to see you're still working on your idea. I was wondering if you could talk to us about your customer acquisition strategy.
So my strategy right now, I am very early I'm on the planning phase, but my strategy is to go through flute because I am a flutist. I intend to start through the National Flute Association, which has many members who are flutists, and flute happens to be one of the hardest instruments to teach in band for band directors. So that is my strategy to um, reach my customers. Start by flute and then expand from there.
And what is your current revenue model?
My current revenue. I am still working on that.
Okay.
I need to work more on that.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Laura. This is Greg, and I I love the fact that you bring in the opportunity and the problem that comes with online instruction, and because it is difficult to teach proper use of an instrument when you're doing it online. So if since you give a visual representation of the music that both the instructor and the user can follow along with, I think that's a real opportunity because online learning is here to stay and it will only get bigger. So great job picking up on that.
Thank you.
Any other questions? I suppose I have one. So you're looking at your market as the 50,000 band teachers, high school band teachers, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Correct.
so, I mean, that's a sizable market. What sort of things are you going to try to do to, and educational markets are notoriously tough to get into. What sort of things are you going to do to try to break in to this market for band teachers?
Well, I started this whole project as my research. So one of the things that I am doing is I am publishing an article to make it known to musicians, well, first flutists, because that is what I do, and then musicians. And once I am optimistic that once they hear about it, they know about it, they will be interested. And in my customer discovery, this has been shown that when they hear about a new method that is visual to help with hearing, they're interested and they want to join in.
And kind of going off revenue model, would you want? Are you going to charge for this app? And if so, who would you rather have the school districts be paying for this, or the band teachers, or booster donations? Like I was in marching band in high school, we had a booster club
Mhm.
that funded some of our stuff. Who's going to be paying for this?
Yeah, that is some of the things that I'm trying to determine with the customer discovery, and I find that high schools and then university professors, band directors, band students actually, and their parents. These are the because this solves all three: teacher, student, and the parents getting what they're paying for. This is what I am anticipating. And the fact that the app is not very costly, it's $5 to $10, should help with acquisition as well.
Any other questions from the group?
Hey, Laura, I have another question for you. What continues to be the biggest roadmap for you to develop your business model at this time? Or what's the biggest roadblock, I should say?
I think, what did you say, the last part?
Yeah, so what is the biggest roadblock for you to move forward at this time?
Roadblock.
What's the biggest
Well,
challenge?
I think I think actually jumping from flutists, because there are some flutists who are band directors, but not all band directors are flutists. So I think going from flutists to band directors, that part might be challenging.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Hey Laura, I have a question. My name is Ricardo, and I researched something similar to what you're doing a while ago for like a sound recording. And
Mhm.
I, I thought that to me it seemed like the visualizing of the sound was just too complicated to do. So I'm sorry if I missed this in your presentation, but do you have this technology? Is it something that you have ready, or is it still a concept that you're developing, or um, yeah, basically, do you have the technology to visualize the sound yet, or where are you at with that?
Okay, so I have not designed, as I said before, I'm still in customer discovery, so I have not designed my prototype that I'm thinking about. However, in my research, I used software that is clear, so called Sonic Visualizer. I don't know if you know it. Um, and this one is clear enough for musicians, but it is not live. And that is the part that I want to include. One that is live, so you don't have to like go back to the graph and play and go back to the graph, but that you can work live in the lesson. So and this one, the one that already exists but is not live, I did test it with students, and surprisingly, it was actually very easy for them to pick up. It was undergraduate students at a university, and they could understand it and they liked it. So I think once you explain some basic concepts, I believe it is easy to understand.
Any other questions?
No, if I can ask a follow-up to that. So, have you talked to any engineers or app developers about this and about the technology you're trying to develop here? Because
Mhm.
remind me the name of the system you mentioned, but is that open source? Can you use that for your um, classes, or do you have to subscribe to it, or how does that work?
Well, I have talked to one computer science engineer, but I am still interviewing for it. Like, I still don't have one certain one. And I have to look into the one that I already used. But that part, of course, the computer science engineer will help me with, because I am a musician. Mhm.
Anyone else before I ask our traditional final question? Not hearing anything, I will ask our traditional final question we have here at 1 Million Cups Iowa City. And you have a couple of the answers up here already, but what can we as the community do to help you?
I think precisely, if you know any computer science engineer that might be interested, I am still trying to fill that spot. So that would be very helpful.
Are you
Thank
looking
you.
for more customer discovery interviews or business model canvas help or anything like that?
For the customer discovery, I think I know the enough people because I am a musician myself. But I think the computer science engineer is going to be key for me to get helped.
Okay. And
Thank you.
then your contact information so people can get in touch with you after the show today.
So it is right here.
All right, leave that up there for just a minute so that everyone can get a screenshot or a mental image of that. And I do want to thank you for your presentation today.